We're going to make an eggplant sandwich with all these ingredients. Great vegetarian meal. And it'll look very nice on the plate. I started off with dry red beans. I cooked 1 cup of red beans. I have a spaghetti squash, some fresh basil, fresh mushrooms, garlic, panko breadcrumbs, onion, and nice tomato basil sauce, which will be used later on after the dish is finished. And it's a little involved, a little more work than usual, but you know, sometimes to make something nice it takes time. So first I cooked it. If you don't want to go the route with using dry red beans, you can use canned, which I don't care for, but it's up to you. The spaghetti squash I'm going to cook, and then we'll put everything together. The first thing we're going to do, you can cook the red beans the day before too, and cut the spaghetti squash in half and take out all the seeds. A couple of ways of cooking it. You can like grease up a little pan and turn them down like so onto the pan, put them in the oven until they're cooked. But I'm going to use the microwave. So I'm going to go like this, put them in the microwave and cook the spaghetti squash. While that's cooking, you know, just slice up your mushrooms and garlic. You can fine dice the garlic. I like to see chunks, so we'll leave it like so. So get this together and then dice up the onions similar. Since the spaghetti squash is like spaghetti, I'm not going to dice the onion. I'm going to make the onion a nice fine julienne like that, so it works with the spaghetti squash, the same size and everything. So I'm going to saute those vegetables I just cut up in a little olive oil, because this will be mixed with the spaghetti squash. And once that's done, then we'll go about making the eggplant. Not looking for color here, just looking for to cook this. And always season everything. So you take that little salt and pepper mix that you have, and if you don't have it, make it. It just makes it easier. Just mix salt with pepper, and it's just one less step to do. So we'll gently cook that, and then we'll go about, as that's cooking, you're going to take the fresh basil, which I'm not going to measure it, so just get a good eyeball look at it. That's how much. Fresh basil, nice handful. Okay? I'm not looking to finely dice this because I want to see it, so you can just take it and roll it like so, and then just you wind up with nice fine little julienne pieces like that. So that's the amount of basil. There it is. Let's call it one nice handful, which we're going to fold into the spaghetti squash at the end when everything is ready to be mixed together. We're not going to cook the basil. Now the onion and mushroom and garlic is done. Onions are translucent, nice and soft, everything is cooked, so we'll put this off to the side. How do you know when the spaghetti squash is done? Well, you just pierce it like so. Look how easy that was to go in and out with this little stainless steel rod. So do that. And then it's still too hot to scrape, so we'll wait a few minutes. Now while those are cooking, we can take the spaghetti squash and do that until you have it all in the bowl. And we'll mix the onions and garlic in there. We'll throw all that basil in there. Put the red beans, actually just half of the red beans. I put all the red beans in there, and then third a cup of parmesan or Reggie or pecorino romano cheese, and then a little more salt. You can go easy, but we must put some more olive oil in there, extra virgin now. And we'll toss this. That's an awful lot. Actually, you need about 3 eggplants to use all this filling. But you know, this doesn't go to waste. You can eat this just like this. If you want this a little hotter, throw some hot sauce in there, which I'm going to do. It's nice and sticky, so it'll just hang right in between the 2 pieces of eggplant to make a nice sandwich. Not that you're going to be able to pick it up. It's just the look we're going for. We'll give it a taste. Seasoned good. My favorite hot sauce, sriracha hot chili sauce. And that's it. The next step, I'm going to make the sandwich, put it on a plate, and then we'll see how nice it looks. So we'll set this up, and you're going to serve it hot, of course, so you take some of the filling and just put it right there. Nice and sticky. Heat this up. Either you can put it in a little casserole dish, or you can put it in the microwave, which I'm going to do. So I'll heat this up. Now that it's hot, you can serve it as a main course like that, or as an appetizer, like so. Put some nice tomato sauce. And there you go. An eggplant sandwich. enjoy. Now this mix came out the way it is, nice and sticky, for one reason, because the spaghetti squash was cooked well. If I cooked it less, I would have stringy, looking like real spaghetti, and falling out of the sandwich. So don't complain that it's overcooked. In this case, it is. Now we're going to get the eggplant ready. So we got the egg. Beat up the egg. Put salt and pepper in there. That'll be the seasoning for the eggplant, and you don't have to season the eggplant. You'll have a uniform seasoning on it because of this. And what do? Just put your finger, taste it. If it tastes slightly salty, that's good. So now into this, we're not going to go flour, egg, breadcrumb. We're going to use an easy method. We're going to put cornstarch in here, which helps keep the breading on, and flour. Have the cornstarch and the flour and the egg, and you have a batter similar to a pancake batter. The cornstarch is good. It makes it very elastic, and your chances of breadcrumbs breaking off are slight, like so. Then we'll cut the eggplant, dip it, go into the breadcrumbs, and saute it in olive oil. I chose the what they call white eggplant. This way we don't have to go through the process of slicing it, salting it to draw that flavor. This is a more pleasant taste. So the salt draws out the water from it and the bitterness that some eggplants have. And this way, and the skin on this is a little thinner, so we're going to leave the skin on too. And you cut it about that thick. And we're going to make sandwiches after we bread it. And we have the oil already hot. We'll just drop the slices into the batter, and not using your fingers, using a fork, nice and easy, just turn this in there. Do one piece at a time. Keep your hands dry, not touching that much. Just lift it up, put the breadcrumbs all over, pressing, turn it, do the other side. There, look at your fingers. No egg, no breadcrumbs, nice and dry. Then we come over here, and we have the skillet, moderate flame, all ready. And we'll get the pieces ready first, and we'll put about whatever it takes to fill that up. So this is not the eggplant skin that I thought was tender. It wasn't. So what you have to do, you're going to have to peel the eggplant first, and then after it's peeled, then just bread it. And now we're going to cook our eggplant. Well, that small eggplant would make about That's one sandwich, 2, 3, 4 sandwiches, possibly 5 if you cut them a little bit thinner, but it's nice like this. And this eggplant is tasty. It's not bitter. It has a nice taste because I just ate a piece plain. Just plain sauteed in the olive oil without breadcrumbs. Now while this is cooking, you could go about and do the spaghetti squash, but you know what? What's the rush? Just make sure you have plenty of oil in there, because these breadcrumbs absorb a lot, these panco. And we don't want to cook it too fast. You want to have nice color and make sure that the eggplant is cooked throughout also. So we have a moderate flame, which is good enough. Once you have color like so, just turn them over. Meanwhile, the tomato sauce is sitting in the back there, heating up. A little more oil. Lower the flame just a little bit, just to make sure the eggplant is going to be cooked throughout. So when we get this color on the other side, we take it off, put it aside, then we'll go about making the mix with the spaghetti squash.